A frosty start to the debate that was expected to define Donald Trump's bid for the White House. His sexually aggressive boasts about women were top of the agenda.
This was locker room talk. I'm not proud of it. I apologize to my family. I apologize to the American people. Certainly I'm not proud of it, but this is locker room talk.
What we all saw and heard on Friday was Donald talking about women, what he thinks about women, what he does to women. And he has said that the video doesn't represent who he is. But I think it's clear to anyone who heard it that it represents exactly who he is.
Any question over whether the Republican candidate would opt for contrition over aggression was soon answered.
If you look at Bill Clinton, far worse, minor words, and his was action. His was what he's done to women. There's never been anybody in the history of politics in this nation that's been so abusive to women.
Clinton's strategy could not have been more different.
I am reminded of what my friend Michelle Obama advised us all. When they go low, you go high.
The Democratic candidate was sober and factual. She left it to her rival to deliver the crowd-pleasing zingers.
It's just awfully good that someone with the temperament of Donald Trump is not in charge of the law in our country.
Because you'd be in jail.
Secretary Clinton.
For Donald Trump, this was a salvage operation. He was the night's aggressor.
Honest Abe never lied. That's the good thing. That's the big difference between Abraham Lincoln and you.
Clinton's attacks were more rare and far less brutal.
Because everything he just said is absolutely false, but I'm not surprised.
Really?
In the first debate,
And the audience needs to calm down here.
I told people that it would be impossible to be fact-checking Donald all the time. I'd never get to talk about anything I want to do and how we're going to really make lives better for people.
Then the furious race to guide the narrative.
Normally, representatives from each party are queuing up to come here to the spin room to vouch for their candidate. But after Donald Trump's latest, most damaging scandal, Republicans willing to publicly support him have been dropping like flies. Defending Donald Trump is a very tough gig at the moment. Maintaining that those taped comments were locker room banter, is that going to satisfy those disgusted voters?
Well, I mean, the reality is he apologized for it, said it was wrong. He's sorry that he did it.
He wasn't very contrite tonight. Locker room banter. This has been described as bragging about sexual assault. A lot of voters are not going to be satisfied with that response.
Well, I don't know if he'll be satisfied with that response or not, but I mean, you got to get real. I played baseball, and I played golf, and I played football, and I've been in locker rooms. And I can't say when I hear language like that I faint.
Hillary Clinton had no obviously victorious moment for her campaign to brag about.
Clinton's strategy tonight seemed to be don't attack Donald Trump. Do you think that worked? Was it effective?
I think her strategy tonight was to answer the questions that were posed to her by the individual voters, as well as to once again remind the American people that she has a plan for the future.
My question to both of you is, regardless of the current rhetoric, would either of you name one positive thing that you respect in one another?
Mr. Trump, would you like to go first?
I respect his children. His children are incredibly able and devoted, and I think that says a lot about Donald.
She doesn't quit. She doesn't give up. I respect that. I tell it like it is. She's a fighter. I disagree with much of what she's fighting for. I do disagree with her judgment in many cases. But she does fight hard, and she doesn't quit, and she doesn't give up, and I consider that to be a very good trait.
Trump made it clear tonight that he also does not give up, despite everything This race isn't over yet.